Hey ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to be about divine intervention, okay? Divine intervention happens very often, okay? Very often. It has happened in my life over and over again, okay? And from what I recalled, sorry, it has happened in moments where I was stuck in something that was no longer serving my highest good. And more often than not, I was stuck in either situations that were, if I were to continue going down that road, I would either continue getting hurt or just things in my life would start falling apart, okay? And so that's just one case, right? One scenario. In another case, you could be stuck in a situation that sooner or later was going to kill you, okay? End your life, right? Make you sick. Maybe you would contract something like an STD or something, okay? Because you're with the wrong person, okay? And you know, God sees everything, okay? Way before us, okay? He sees everything and He knows everything. And so there's a reason why we have these divine interventions, right? Because sometimes our human nature, like our attachment to things, right? Or even our complacency, the fact that human beings are such creatures of habit, right? And so we don't like to change things, right? It's change to us feels uncomfortable, right? So we get complacent in bad situations. You guys probably know about this, right? How often this happens, like where this, you know, the situation is not good, but you're still like, you're so used to being in it, right, that you're just not making a move, even though you know you're supposed to. You've probably had many intuitive gauges, right, telling you to come on, get out of the situation, make a move, like leave, end this relationship, right? Don't talk to this person anymore. Leave the situation that you're in. It's not good for you, right? But still, you're not listening. You're not listening, and you're not listening, right? And so, in situations like this, guys, when we're allowing our ego to take the lead, and where we're just stubborn, right, or complacent, and we're just, for whatever reason, right, like I said, human nature, we tend to be like weary of the unknown, right? We don't really like to jump into the unknown because we don't know like what's gonna happen, right? And like I said, we also get lazy and we get comfortable, right? Even in uncomfortable situations, okay? And so this, because of this, okay, more often than not, you're going to have people that come into your life that are going to try to lead you out of these situations, okay? And you really do have to pay attention to that. Sometimes you will meet these people before the situations happen, okay? Or before, before it's time for this sort of help, right? So because maybe perhaps you need to build a bond first, right, with them. But it's not always the case, okay? Sometimes strangers can appear in your life and they will speak to your soul, they will speak to your heart, okay? And because they have spoken to your heart, to your soul, you're going to actually accept this fully, okay? You're going to know that this is divine, this is coming from the divine, this is, you know, I'm getting goosebumps as I'm telling you guys this, you know? But you will absolutely, without a doubt, feel it in your heart that what was sold to you was from God, okay, spoken through these people, okay, that come in the physical form, right, like just regular people, right, earth angels, maybe not, okay, but these people, yeah, I mean, yes, they are going to be from God, obviously, right, because they um, you know, they're basically, they're the vessels that are used by our Creator, okay, to speak to you. And so, yes, and what is going to be told to you is going to speak to your heart, to your soul, and you're going to know it in your being that this message was meant for you, and you know that by following it, it's going to ultimately help you and serve you in the best way possible, right? And so, always, always listen to always pay attention to who comes into your life. Once again, these influences, they can be either positive or negative, right? And so when you're in bad situations in your life, always pay attention to the people that are in your life, because more often than not, a lot of them will appear as if out of nowhere, and they will tell you things, and I will give you an example of this, okay? I already talked to you about this friend of mine, okay? She was a true friend, like a true friend, okay? She was once again older than me. I don't know why, but most of my relationships that I've had, like, not all, but most, okay? The people were a lot older than me, okay? So, and I liked it that way. I don't know, maybe because I'm an old soul myself, right? But, yeah, so she was older than me. She was a head nurse in Florida, okay? And she lived in Naples, I believe, okay? And so she already had a son, right? And I actually babysat her son at some point. And he was like 10, which is kind of funny, right? But she was very like hands-on. She was, I think she was a worrier. She worried too much. Anyways, maybe overprotective, kind of like me now, but I understood. I understood her, and it's okay, right? But anyways, she was such a sweetheart. Like, um, she was from the Philippines, okay, and we were like completely different, but at the same time, she came into my life as like an angel, basically, okay? And it's funny because now that I look back, she came into my life with the first relationship, right? Toxic relationship, of course, right? And then I had another one, and she just disappeared right after she came in, right? With the first relationship. She just disappeared after I got out of that situation, okay? And then she reappeared not when I had my second good relationship, but when I had another toxic relationship, okay? So she reappeared in my life during those difficult times, during those really, really difficult times where I was like completely lost, and I was just mentally like imprisoned, basically, and I was just like, without her, guys, I would have probably died, okay? So she saved me. I can say she saved me, okay? And like I said in other videos, she told me what a good relationship looked like, right? And she also when I had my first relationship, right? She told me, like, listen. She put things in perspective, basically, She said, this is your situation. These are the things that he's doing, okay? This is extremely toxic, okay? And so if you don't listen, you're going to like, well, the first one, he cheated on me too, okay, guys? So, but, and so that really kind of like, really, that was like a hit in my heart, okay? I was just like very, it was like the first time that someone cheated on me, right? And I was really like, I was really, really hurt after that, And so I tried to, because I was so young and like clueless pretty much still, right? I tried to cheat back on him, okay? Just to get back at him, right? And of course I tried doing it, but I couldn't, okay? I almost did, but I just couldn't, right? I just like, I just couldn't do it, okay? But but still, I told him that I met someone, and we did this and that, right? And I just told him that so he would just leave me alone. So he would just break up with me and just leave, But he never did, okay? Even after that. And that's unfortunate, because that was me doing that was also my way of, well, getting revenge, right? Which was terrible, of course, never do that. Never ever do that. I was really hurting myself even more, And so, of course, if I was older, right, more knowledgeable, more, I would have never done that, okay? So that was a mistake, obviously, right? But when this happened, right, it was also my way of telling him, like, back off, like, get away from me, just leave, right? But still he didn't, okay? And so I continued being with him. And of course, after that, after he cheated on me, right? And then after I tried to cheat on him, our relationship was never the same. Never. I just couldn't forgive him, and I just everything just changed, right? And but still we continued to be together, right? And then something else happened that he did that just I did not approve of, and so yeah, my friend, right, she showed up in my life, and she kept on putting things into perspective, because sometimes you need that. You need someone who can snap you out of your trance, okay, basically, right? The trance that's toxic, that's not doing you any favors, and that's sooner or later that's going to make you completely lost, and in fact it might even harm you in some way, okay? So yeah, like I said, divine intervention, right? A person will appear in your life, okay? And they're either going to tell you something, and you're not going to know this person, right? Or you're going to know this person, right? Or maybe you will meet this person before it happens. You guys might form some kind of a bond. It can be like a little friendship. Maybe you guys will go on a date or something, right? Or I don't know, right? But usually sometimes you will look at these friendships also, or these encounters, as something that's not what it's going to lead to. So you might assume maybe that this will be a romantic relationship, right? But it was never supposed to be that, okay? Or you might assume it's something else, right? But once again, it was never supposed to be that, okay? So because you're just taking into account the physical, right? Like when we're considering just the physical, we're always thinking like, okay, like, well, I'm not gonna say that actually, no. But when we consider the physical, right, we sometimes want to assume, like, if it's the opposite sex, like, okay, this is either a romantic relationship or it's not, right? But it's not as simple as that, right? And so always be open-minded to all kinds of different people who come into your life, right? Just use discernment, okay? Just use discernment as far as who they are. Sometimes they are going to be in your life to negatively influence you and to take you away from that light, or from you coming closer to that light if you haven't found it yet, to your light, right? To source, to God, ultimately, right? And so yeah, just pay attention in moments like these, because to me she was just a friend. She, just another person, right, who of course I loved, right, and who was an amazing person, but I didn't see it as divine intervention at that time, okay? Once again, it could be a little bit different. Maybe a person that you thought you might end up dating, right? It just kind of continues to stick in your life for whatever reason, right? And then suddenly they start maybe calling you, right? If you're in a bad situation, maybe they'll start calling you out of it, telling you like, hey, listen, maybe go here, you know, or maybe go here, like let's do it, let's do it together, you know, let's go to that spot, right? Rather than this spot that you're already in, right? So, but yeah, and you're like, why are they calling me there? Like, what, you know? And so they might start like calling you out of something, okay? So pay attention to that, pay attention to that, because you already know where, if the situation is toxic. And if you feel a little bit too comfortable there and someone starts calling you out, that's your, like, look, you already knew that you were supposed to get out of that, okay? But if someone on top of it is coming into your life and calling you out, then definitely just get out, get out. Use this as your like confirmation that you need to get out and you're not listening to your intuition, okay? And so get out of it before it's too late, before something happens that you didn't see, okay, but God saw. Okay, so yeah, guys. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, okay? Please feel free to check out my books. Feel free to check out my fitness and nutrition course, okay? The video course, it's amazing, okay? I give you a whole bunch of different information that's going to change your life, that's going to change your body, that's going to, you know, permanently help you stay in shape, okay? And also, please subscribe if you haven't already and like this video. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys, and thank you for subscribing also to all of my new subscribers. All right.